Well, that took less time than expected. Slide that down. Nah. I'm not sleepy. Okay, slightly. Okay, slightly sleepy. How about that? But only slightly. But I mustn't, for I am still streaming. And it is only... There's phone. I'm kind of screwed when it comes to mobility here. Huh. I've only got it because I am lying down. It's occurred to me that I have... Okay. No, that's popcorn. I've lost my phone. I legit have no clue where it is. Oops. Sure. Let's just hope it's in vibrating distance. Because otherwise I can hear it. Oh, there it is. Found it. Like I said, hopefully it's in vibrating distance. Let's move the chair up here. Yeah, I got it. Yeah, I got it. Continues to slam the phone into said laptop. Oh. Oi! Leave my freaking wire alone, cat. Jesus. Swiss roll keeps attacking my one of the wires to my Xbox. Hidden Wonderbun. They're the most hidden of Wonderbuns. No one will find the Wonderbun. I am the most hidden of Wonderbuns. And there's a second person watching. In the shadows. Let's check our cloud. Why not? On my laptop, my body pillow looks cartoonish. It is animated, but it isn't.
I'm sorry.
Not to mention, comes through my laptop, I tend to look like I'm in front of a green screen. There you go. But indeed, this is an actual surface. Wow. Wow. I can't eat anymore on my phone. Only 18 sooner today. But I couldn't. Because school laptops are bitches. School laptops suck. Let's just leave it at that. Do-do-do-do. Oh, and good news. I decided to spend some time creating some more mods for whenever we finish the airborne mod. Unless you want to create a mod of yourself and we can go through that. Yay. Yeah. Oh. Nope, that's the wrong notebook. Alright, me maybe. Which one of you be the right book? Nope. Aha! Ye are the right book. Yes, my D&D book, which I don't use because we don't play Dungeons & Dragons. Ugh. Alright. Mission 1 is basically a simulation. In other words, you would be pretty much watching and taking a bit of part of AI's history. How it would work how it would work is you'd be basically dictating what AI's life or pre-life per se, in the sense of you can either go the creator route, like for example, you have a creator who would break down AI constantly over the most littlest and stupidest of crap. You can go down that way, or you could go the lighter way. Not to mention you'll be able to see like all the things he's done and what his missions were. I named that one AI Simulator for the fact that you are literally simulating AI's life. The second mod is well, there's a difference. You can either there's going to be some things where you're going to have no choice but to punish AI due to the fact the creator demands it, but you will judge whether it's a 1 or like a 10 level of danger towards AI. The second mod is the research mod, in which you will be taking place. It will be going back to because instead of doing what I did with the Airborne and just doing SS1 altogether, I decided to separate them a bit. Hans and Muller, nothing too interesting happens towards them, so I kind of just left that out of there. But for the research mod, you'd be taking place in for Kurt's perspective in the his life, early life, I should say. You could either there's two starts to it. I'm not gonna tell you which one, or I can tell you which one's the better option. You have the first option, which is you're biologically related to Kurt. Basically, it'd be the younger sister to Kurt, in which you would see what he has to go through. Or the second route, which would be you are the daughter of his stepdad. Which eventually will lead to where he meets Gunter and Anne. And there I'm going to end the mod for that's when two other mod options appear. You can either continue with the current route, in which you'll be cut all the way to the Siberia part of Kurt's life. Or you can pause it and go through the third or fourth mod, which pick off right where Kurt's mod ends. You have the sniper mod, which you'd be following. You'd be Gunter's friend or his brother or sister, roughly around his age, and you'd be seeing all the troubles and stress he's going through, and how he slowly became detached from people. Or you have the Untold's Hope, which is Anne's route. You could be either going as a family or a friend. You'll see how she kept getting into bad relationships and then bad things in general, even though she didn't mean to. So you'd have Kurt, you'd stop that. You'd have the Gunter or the Anne, or you can just skip all the way to Kurt's Siberia era. Ja, mein music box is stopped. Dat is wunderbar. I know neither one of those are quite impressive. The fifth mod. I haven't exactly worked on the fifth mod. It's more so the idea of
You want to load up the car in about 10, 15 minutes roughly?
I think you're a bit delayed. And second, they're left. I'll be helping Mother carry things to the car.
You still want me to take you to school tomorrow?
Yeah, in a few minutes.
Although you're probably going to get there a little early.
Wouldn't be the first time. Yeah. Anyways, you have the fifth mod, which is Clone's Descent. That's basically going through Clone's start of his life, more so the mystery and yada yada, in which you'd be a second clone, either a sister or brother. It doesn't really matter. But basically, you'd be going through the same scenario as Clone did. I will say there are a few new characters in that mod, which you will be seeing at least one of those in the other mod, which is the last mod. The last mod I've actually put not a lot, but I put some time into actually going through it. Like every other mod I've done or created, and I've done like no work.
If the veterans do anything for Veterans Day, do you want to do that?
Yes.
Okay. And if they are not, do you want to go with your father? Sound like you had something to do?
Yeah, I'll be going with them though. I do know. I believe that or the next Monday and Tuesday, they can't have me for they'll be training for Burger King.
Okay.
Burger King training, so I'll be.
Okay.
I'll be
ask
leave.
if you wanted
Yeah,
to do the food pantry.
I'll be. The veterans have something. Well, it depends on the time. Like,
What I was trying to figure out.
like if I can do the food pantry and then the veterans, that's perfectly fine by me.
Oh, I was thinking food pantry, then your father's, but I don't know what he's
Oh.
got planned.
I don't think it's much
I'll
planned.
message Comrade. I haven't heard of anything, so I
Yeah.
think you'll be good, and then I'll talk to your father. I'll get back to you.
All right.
I feel big.
Yeah, the sixth mod, I will say, for each mod you go through, you're going to get an item at the end of it, which will help you in further mods. For example, I can tell you what you're going to get for the Boyd's mod, or the ending of it, is you pretty much know how it's going to end. Most likely going to end like every single of a run, besides George's first run. Yeah. You'll be getting fuck, what was the name of it? No. It was something with despair. It was either Soldier's Despair or the Diamond's Despair, something. That's right, Colin. Something with despair, at least. In which, for the ability of that and future mods, if you enabled it, would mean you can go through like the mod, get yourself killed, and you would rewind to any option you wanted to change. For example, if let's say through Kurt's mod, because why not? You do something and it had consequences you don't like. It doesn't work if you kill yourself, but you would have to find a way to die. Die, at least. And trust me, there are plenty of ways to die if you think creatively. Trust me, you've seen, or I said, it's Sparrow's Life. I like that. You get a second chance. Basically, for example, let's say you. I'm not gonna say like it's gonna happen because I don't know what I'm gonna do in the Kurtz mod. To be exact, I have a rough example and a rough idea what I'm doing. But let's say, for example, you leave Kurt at the park alone, and instead of that, you like go spend times at a friend's house or listen to your father's rants and whatnot. Now, eventually, later down, you realize that listening to your father's rant is slowly twisting your mind about Kurt in the way you don't like, or cause you to do things you don't want. You would have to find a way to die without you taking your own life, in which then you would be able to go rewind. Then you'd be able to like rewind either like the beginning of the mod, which won't be fun, but that's up to you. Or you can go through or you can go to like another option. I will say, for the future mods at least, you won't be able to save before making an option. Yeah. Like, look further down, like the more mods you do, the more equipment you're gonna get, or abilities. I will say the name of the sixth mod is called Twisted Realities. Which, that is all I'm going to say, because I am an evil Wunderbun. Country roads, take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia, mountain farmer, take me home. Country road. Yeah. let's see. Beyond the mod page, I spent a page through the mods listing off the characters that will be added. Yeah. I also went through and wrote down a brief description of all 6 mods. The 6th mod is the one I've been just sitting down like, I want to at least attempt to make this a decent, if not an amazing mod for you, so you can actually have fun. Hun, you know exactly what I'm going to say. Because there's one event you have done which took you longer than, what was it? It took you 3-4 months? 5 weeks to write? So yeah. You've done a lot more planning than I have ever done. Not to mention, this is like the first time I'm actually planning something to try to be decent. So it doesn't feel repetitive like the last 2 mods. I'm learning from my mistakes. Bury the faces in the body pillow. Oh, give me that. Ugh. That's land. Don't make stupid faces, otherwise you're gonna get yourself yelling. I've also learned that my hair only decides to look good at night. But yeah, I've created 6 mods. One of them I'm planning because it is it's one of the bigger mods at least. If I had to list the biggest mods to the smallest, the biggest would have to be mod 6, then 5, 4 to 2, and then 1. The first mod is the smallest merely because of the fact it's basically you just sitting there as I write for like 5 minutes about like how miserable AI will be. Just like AI decides to drink soda. To death. Yeah. Difficulty reasons. I'm gonna have 5. I'll probably test some features in the 5th mod to see how they work in the 6th mod. Like one thing I do want to know, I do want to try, especially in the 5th mod, is creating a basically because like what the first like attempts at this was in the Berlin mod in which I had you pick a class. No, I'm going through this with Christina. Mainly due to the fact just a fast time, not to mention these are in beta. There's a lot of things that need to go into patches and whatnot. The 6th mod was considering it. The 6th mod I have been considering. I'll see how it goes through with Christina. Like if Act 1 out of like the 6, I think, if Act 1 goes smoothly, I'll pause the mod, see who else wants to join, and I'll try to. I want to keep it down low to a minimum. Try to make it like a small team per se. But that generally depends on how the mod goes. Not to mention if I can actually handle it. Because I am one Wunderbun. It is not easy for the Wunderbun to make hold their. What's the word? DM a large group. I'm happy with all the. When it comes to that, they don't really have any questions. I mean, when it comes to the kids, it's pretty straightforward. I don't have any questions. Also valid. I'm not gonna say karma due to the fact we pretty much did that when it came to the Doki mod. Not to mention, I don't feel like making my chest hurt again in like the middle of the night and then preventing myself from sleeping till like 5 in the morning again. I kind of don't want to repeat that. I remember, like one of the choices I've done, one of the things I did, I don't remember what, but afterwards, you went to sleep. I just couldn't sleep. I know exactly why I'm not going through it again. I'm tired of going through that internal hell. Like Tristan was like really the only one I actually was curious about. As for the other ones, I don't exactly have many questions or have an interest. Because when it comes to death, that's pretty much straightforward. Comes to the orphanage kids, that's pretty straightforward. Uh, no. Do I get to just randomly throw Boyd into there? It's just like Tristan as a teenager. Fucking Boyd appears out of thin air. Just broken time because of AI. We're just like, this war is so hot. Son of a bitch. Just imagine how many wars just go on. All of a sudden, a Boyd appears and just ends it. Uh, no. Hmm. Hmm. No, that wouldn't really work. I was gonna say Kaede's pass, but then I realized no, that's pretty much just doing the crash course RP again. uh, I'd say Star, but like the only character that had a connection to Star was the Mighty Bob, the Penguin. Interesting if needed. Okay, two thoughts came to mind. How do you make it more interesting beyond super soldier from space crashing into the fucking planet? Stars. Can I just make a humanoid Mighty Bob? Oh Lord, I need a. Oh, I wish I had like The Sims or something, so I can just screw around with character creation to make make a humanoid Bob. Maybe like, do you think you should have like black hair with like a white stripe somewhere in there? Just main color's black and white, like you're wearing a tuxedo. Just like, I am the mighty Bob, Bob the Penguin. But you're a human. That is my name. Indeed. Alright, so the star mod is a side mod we can do whenever we pause or need to pause one of my RPs. I honestly just want to draw or get a picture of just the Mighty Bob as a human, because that would just be hilarious. Just imagine, like, I would sound like a tall, be tall, but at the same time, I think it'd be like more amusing if he was short as well. Oh Jesus! All my short characters hate me. Like I don't know why, but I made Gunter short for like no reason, just beyond the fact I found it funny. Yes, I know I'm a jerk, mother. Tall but short, okay. Exactly. No, I look too stupid like that. Short guy. And no, we went for the short guy tall girl dynamic. Yeah.
Alright, buddy, I'm ready for you.
Alright, well, I need to disappear for a few minutes. Here, I'll. What the hell happened to my. Something happened to my, Be More Chill playlist, but okay.
September 1st, 1989. Dear Diary.
Here, I'll leave you with a musical.
You know, I think that there's good in everyone.
I'll see you guys soon.
First day of senior year. And, I look around
In the
at
shadows.
my life and I ask
In the shadows.
what happened?
Do-do, do-do, do-do.
We were so tiny, happy and shiny, playing tag and getting chased. Singing and clapping.
I have to agree with Christina here. I don't know what plot has to do with anything.
Then we got bigger, that was the trigger, like the hunt invading Rome. Oh, sorry. Welcome to my school, this ain't no high school, this is the Thunderdome. Hold your breath and count the days, we're graduating soon. Like trash. College will be paradise if I'm not.
I forgot my shoes. I can't read the chat. Ow. So you get to listen to me hurt myself magically, apparently. I'm arguing with my shoe now. Thank you, Mr. Shoe, number 1. And for shoe number 2. Please, cooperate. Oh, you cooperate. Thank you. I'll be back.
Dream of ivy-covered walls and smoky French cafes. Fight the urge to strike a match and set this dump ablaze. Graham Sweeney, 3rd year as linebacker and 8th year of smacking lunch trays and being a huge dick.
What did you say to me, skink?
Nothing. But I know life can be beautiful. I pray for a better way. We were kind before, we can be kind once more. We can be beautiful. Hey Martha. Hey. Martha Dunstock, my best friend since diapers. We on for movie night? Yeah, you're on Jimmy Bob's detail. I rented The Princess Bride. Oh, again? Wait, don't you have it memorized by now? What can I say? I'm a sucker for a happy ending.
Martha dump truck! Wide load! Oh!
Kurt Kelly, quarterback. He is the smartest guy on the football team, which is kind of like being the tallest dwarf.
Hooray!
Hey, pick that up right now.
I'm sorry, if you actually talk to me.
Yes, I am. I want to know what gives you the right to pick on my friend. You're a high school has-been waiting to happen. I've future gas station attendant.
You have a sit right there.
Dear diary, why do they hate me? Why don't I fight back?
Why do I act like such a creep?
Why won't he date me?
Why did I hit him? Why do I cry myself to sleep? Somebody help me. Somebody fix me. Somebody save me. Send me a sign, God. Give me some hope here. Something to live for.
And then there's the Heathers. They float above it all. Heather McNamara, head cheerleader. Her dad is loaded. He sells engagement rings. Heather Duke runs the yearbook. No discernible personality, but her mom did pay for implants. And Heather Chandler, the almighty. She is
I have returned.
solid Teflon. Never bothered. Never harassed. I would give anything to be like that.
I'd like to be their boyfriend.
People sat at their table, guys would notice me. So beautiful. I'd like them to be nicer. That would be beautiful.
I'd like to kidnap a Heather and photograph her naked in an abandoned warehouse.
Hold on.
And leave her tied up for the
Get
rats.
inside in a minute. Need to grab the charger.
Grow up, Heather. Believe me, is so
Two.
exclusive.
Oh, plug it in.
Yeah, Heather. Maybe I should. Heather. Perhaps you didn't hear the bell over all the class. Heather wasn't feeling well. Her health not all that's not. Who wastes attention? Actually, it's what makes all four of us are out.
Take your time, man.
I see you're all. Hurry up and get ready. This is. Who are you? Veronica Sawyer. I did a. Let me sit at your table. At lunch, just once. No talking necessary. If people think you guys tolerate me, before you leave,
And thank you, Colin.
shut up. You do have good bone structure. You do symmetrical face.
ERP isn't starting for a while, Colin. I still need to work out the details. My head. Not to mention certain criteria needs to be met, which I still need to discover and whatnot. Let's say it's gonna take a while before the mod is confirmed and put into action. Not to mention, like I said, I need to test it out on Christina first. Depending on how the mod works, if it actually flows decently and isn't too many hiccups, then I'll think about adding more people. That all depends if I And what was I going to say? Depends on how smoothly the first act goes. There are 6 acts in total, I think. There may be more. I'm unsure. And the light is blinding. Maybe just my headache. Either one works. There we go. Yep. Like I said, certain criteria needs to be met. Not to mention, I still need to test things out. For example, you need to see if the player can actually maintain multiple characters. It's kind of going to be strange if I'm the only one controlling multiple characters. Not to mention, a lot of things need to be put together before I even touch on the subject of who's invited and whatnot. One of the criteria I need to meet, personally at least, is making sure the act works. It's efficient. It does what I want, and it gets it moves efficiently enough. Like it feels organic rather than forced. For example, my Berlin mod, it got rough, and it kind of felt forced. The first run was smooth. Then the next ones got rougher and rougher. The same thing is happening currently to the Airborne mod. I need to perfect it enough so it feels organic all the way through. Not to mention, I still need to think of a way to implement rolling. There you go. So I can't have, for example, I can't have 2 people casting, or how do I put it? For example, there is something that needs to be done. Like, let's say a force field needs to be put up or some sort of shield. Not everyone's going to know how. That'll depend on their intelligence, what they've learned, and whatnot and whatnot. Not to mention, I need to kind of create a map of everything, and the more I think about it, the more writing I need to do. Where's my notebook? Let's get to work, actually. The sooner I get this done, though to be fair, Christina still needs to go through the other 5 mods first. Then I still need to create a few character names, so yeah. I don't know. I haven't exactly spoken with Maya in a while.
Bunker tried to drink out of your lemon.
It's alright. Fuck, my arm. Mm. Ah, crap! My left eye. Something's in it. There we go. Actually, there we go. Yeah. We'll see. As I do need to help clean it. As depending on how things go and how I feel, along as my mother feels, we'll be cleaning up my room. So we'll see what happens. Also depends on how Christina's doing. Bye. I'm waiting on my hum in order to talk. Cause she's not here, so I can't run ideas by her. Do. It's okay, I'll be back. Sorry, Mother came and we were talking about tomorrow. Depending on how she feels, we may clean my room some more. Okay, and you're welcome home. Yeah. Oh, when I was talking about adding characters to Seta, sixth mod, I wasn't, or other people, that wasn't exactly a joke, that was an idea I had considered. I still want to run through it by you first. I mean, run through the mod, make sure it works, it doesn't feel forced or rugged. The sixth mod, yeah, the twisted reality. Because that can be bent around a bit to add more people. Yeah, like I have some character standards, the beta list currently. I'm. Would you rather me send you a photo of it so you can look through it and tell me what needs to be changed or added? Or would you rather me list it off and then you tell me? Or what needs to be removed and yada yada. Oh, wait a minute, hold on. I can be the most adorable of the Wunderbuns. Oh no, there we go. But yeah, would you rather me take a photo and send it to you, or would you rather me read it out loud to you, and then you give me feedback? Send a photo. All right. I also wrote a few examples. There we go. Like for this, who's the list? It's too blurry. Let me recreate. Let me take in my photo. There you go. I'm sending a close up of it. Open here. Just need a chain for it. Yeah. We have certain criteria. And yes, I will be changing a few of the characters' names because, God, I hate my name. That should also give you a hint of the what it is. Crap. Maybe I'm trying to throw you off. You never know. Oh, the second one's blurry too? Yeah, I also don't blame it for being blurry. I mean, my writing looks trash. Yeah, full name, age, height, race, gender, class, detailed description of character. I'll explain what DH and MH means if you don't remember. But that was also another thing, apparently. The character's past. I need to know this so I can tie it in, like things in the ERP on that. Character goals. Hates or likes, dislikes. A general rule: the character's main form has to be a human. You kind of need that for the setting I'm going for. I mean, characters can have second forms. Yeah. I can read it out. Yeah. For the character standards beta currently, it requires a full name. For example, let's use my name, Jacob Fairbrother. An age around teen to young adult. This is roughly late teen to young adults. What I'm going for over here. That's the spectrum, like 23, 17, around that range. You can go younger. I'm gonna stop you around 16, 15. Yeah, around that. Let's say, for example, if two characters are dating, like a 15, 23-year-old, I'm stopping that. That is too creepy. 15, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23 gap, an 8-year gap? Good luck. Yeah, I don't know. The height of the character, 6'2", 6'1", any height as long as it's logical. For example, you're not gonna have a human that's like 9 foot tall, 9 feet, 12 feet tall. At that point, you're no longer human, just half giant. That goes on to the next one, which is race. When it comes to race, you can be like, for example, you can be half human, half angel. You can be full angel, but it's, for example, if you're gonna go for like half angel, half demon, I'm gonna classify that as like a fallen angel. Yeah, choose any race you wish, as long as it has some sort of intelligence, some form of intelligence enough to talk and think somewhat logically. So, yeah. I'm trying to figure out what you mean, or what you're trying to hint me at, or trying to hint. I don't know. I'm feeling like a very dense Wunderbug currently. Are you not saying have enough logic. Fair enough. What I'm more so leaning forward to is it doesn't have the intelligence of a fucking child or baby. That's what I'm more so more so meaning is in the RP. It's not exactly fun if one of the players are like a constant NPC that you have to escort. Just not fun. Like you're not gonna have a fly. You're not gonna have like an. You're not gonna have like an infant running around with like a sword or using magic. Ah, too many small candy pieces in my mouth. Gonna bite the air. uh, let's see. Yeah, the thing I always thought you were going. I'm not gonna say anything. I thought you were more like mixing races, like a succubus or like some sort of other creature. Just like you can do that. I'm going to question you, but you can do that if you want. Succubus skeleton. Oh God, just mix Sam and Boone. What's wrong with me? Yeah. Like as long as it doesn't have like the intelligence of a freaking infant, it will pass. Along with it, it's not like a. I'm gonna like rule out like TA5 because that is a giant ass robot. It ain't gonna shrink. I can make a decent character out of that. Well, you're welcome. Yeah. Like if you want to make a race, then go ahead. I'm not gonna stop you. But if you're gonna make a race, I need to know the race. Like the race's history. Is there anything special about them? And yada yada. Like, for example, if you're gonna go for like a lunar angel, I would go for Tristan. You would need to tell me what a lunar angel is. You would have to give me at least a brief or like a brief history of it, or at least a detailed of important events or important details. The one thing I want to roll out is basically copy and pasting the same characters over. There's like two characters that will be returning, but the reason for that is because AI and Boyd were ripped out of this. Yes, the AI and Boyd in the main RP are technically non-canon versions of themselves. And they're going to be drastically different, at least AI. AI is going to be a lot weaker. Boyd is going to be a lot less aggressive, more calm and passive. I basically just described Boyd when death's not in danger. Yeah. But as for those two characters, they have next to like no importance. Or I shouldn't say that. I should say they don't play a major role in like the actual role playing. I mean, like AI and Boyd are in like Boyd gets like one episode, not one episode, like one section that he's in, and then he's gone again. And then you have AI who just appears randomly and just doesn't do anything. It's just he just watches silently, just leaves afterwards. He's just like, interesting. Oh, I'm done. Bye. Walks off. Yeah. Those two characters, though they are technically returning characters, they're not playing a major enough role. They're not like Reich, who has like army of he has like a crap ton of dimensions to his disposal and whatnot. I was like, no, he is out. I don't want to worry about him. I don't care about him. I don't want people owning dimensions. I think there's two characters in the mod that rule dimensions, but that's for story purposes, and they're NPCs. They don't really do much. They're there for story purposes. No player's going to control them. I'm not going to make them do stupid shit like, I don't like what this player's doing. There's an entire army there. No, they're there for story purposes. They have their rules. They're going to continue them. They're not going to interfere too much. Anyways, I'm getting sidetracked, aren't I? Yeah. Like, for example, if you want to go ahead and make a half kobold, half goblin, or let's say you want to make a. Okay, I'm ruling out inanimate objects. What I mean by that is I mean like a door. I'm not allowing a player to RP a door walking around, because that is stupid. If the character's name is Door, that's fine. That's a completely different scenario. But I don't want to sit here and just listen to a person saying how a door stabs someone, or how the door jumps through the window, just like, with what limbs? What magical property do you own? So on and so on. There's certain things that are going to be outruled. Sure, there's going to be more that pops up, and others that are going to be not going to be a problem. I'm sure no one wants to RP a door, or at least I hope so. Otherwise, I'm going to have to sit through that conversation. Again, the next one besides race is gender. That's a simple female, male, just so I can get a rough chart or a rough list. Class, it would be like for example, swordsman, spellcaster, necromancer, gunslinger, craftsman, so on and so on. I will say you can multi class. Take for example a swordcaster. You use a sword and you use magic. Simple as that. Or a gunslinger caster, and so forth and so forth. You can combine classes, but starting out, you're only going to be able to do that 2 people or 2 classes. Detailed description of character. That's basically me asking, I want a description of your character. Why? So I know that you don't have like a third limb somewhere on your person, or like you have this weird scar that's completely ignored to like a very integral scene to your character. Just want to throw that out there in the middle of the RP. Like, I need a description of the character. Like, take Boyd for example, a tan uniform suit with a tan fanny pack with ammunition on it. Along the belt is Alright. It's okay, and welcome back. I know, hon. It's okay. I'm trying to get adjusted. For now, I must whisper. May I ask where you disappeared? Or what I was talking about when you disappeared? Sure, that'd probably be the best idea. Probably don't want to continue spoiling or rambling on and possibly spoiling crap anyways, so we can talk more on like a call or on a stream tomorrow if I do about the criteria. Well, I'll start from scratch tomorrow. I'll start from the beginning tomorrow. I love you and I'll see you soon, hon. Oh, but before I end the stream, would you like to end the airborne mod? By that I mean like we can pretty much skip it, as you know how the ending's gonna roll. Not much else. I mean, you got into the relationship with Boyd. He's happy. If you want to continue with it, we can. I'm just trying to figure out a plan. I just want to make sure you're not getting bored with how repetitive it is. Each run being roughly the same each time through. That would be the AI simulation. So in other words, you sit there, I roll up the scenes, you judge AI, and depending on what you judge, or how you judge it, that will affect the story. AI simulation. Alright. I'll say don't worry about the add-on about Boyd's run or the ability you get from that, because when it comes to AI mod, rehash simulation, it doesn't really It's not really important. Anyway, I'm stalling too much. I love you. See you soon, hon, and I'll start us off if you want. I'm going to delete the airborne server, and I'm going to remake the server. Right. See you soon, hon. Bye-bye. Bye. See